This is the Intercontinental Broadcasting Corporation. Sa bagong Pilipinas.
Good evening. This is 13 News.
Let's get into the headlines right now. The pre-trial order for Vice President Sara Duterte's impeachment trial is out. The Senate says it has been issued both to defense and prosecution panels.
DepEd eyes installing metal detectors in schools as part of keeping learners safe following several incidents of violence in campuses.
The low-pressure area inside the Philippine Area of Responsibility has high chance of developing into a tropical depression.
President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. visits Sulu and Zamboanga, inspecting surrendered firearms and launching the Bawat Bayan Makikinabang program.
And heat wave in Europe intensifies as temperatures reach record levels.
All these and more, here on 13 News. Tonight, the pre-trial order for the impeachment case against Vice President Sara Duterte has been issued by the Senate. As both camps prepare for trial, new private prosecutors have joined the House panel while disputes over key evidence continue. IBC News correspondent Earl Tobias has the full report.
Senate Secretary Attorney Ray Bantug, who serves as clerk of the Senate Impeachment Court, confirmed tonight that the pre-trial order for the impeachment trial of Vice President Sara Duterte has been issued to both the defense and prosecution panels. The order was sent to both parties via electronic mail. A pre-trial order acts as a roadmap for the trial, defining the scope, rules, and boundaries. Earlier, the House prosecution panel remains unconvinced by Vice President Sara Duterte's response to the articles of impeachment filed against her. House Prosecutor Terry Ridon even questioned whether the Vice President was in effect abandoning her own officials who have also been implicated in the controversy, particularly in giving out cash to some officials.
Hindi dapat kulong yung mga tao niya. Kasi yung mga tao ho niya nagbigay ho ng pera. Hindi ba? Doon po sa bribery, sa dulo-dulo ho, mga malalapit po ng mga deputies na atin pong pangalawang Pangulo, ito pong mga tao pong itong nag-abot po na envelope. No? So, again, kung yan po yung posisyon niya, ibig ba niyang sabihin na talaga pong ang nagpamudmud po ng pera ay yung pong mga tao niya and therefore, sila yung dapat makulong?
The Vice President's camp also defended her against allegations of irregularities in her use of confidential funds, insisting that there is no evidence that she personally gained or benefited from the funds. Ridon, however, said that personal gain is not the issue at all.
Nandun yung mga pirma niya. In fact, nakalagay nga po doon yung kanyang pangalan mismo doon sa pinapasoli po ng pera na commissioner audit, not just on the 73 million, but on the rest of the more than 400 million po na pinapasoli personal sa pangalawang Pangulo.
The Vice President also maintained that her statements against the President were protected under her right to freedom of expression, insisting that no death threat was made. Prosecutor Shell Jokno challenged that argument, saying that the prosecution is prepared to question the Vice President herself before the Senate Impeachment Court, should she choose to stand by that position.
Alam din ito ng lahat ng mga law students, freedom of speech is not absolute. Nasa sa kanya po yan. However, I think that for the court to have a full appreciation of what she's claiming, then the court, I think, would benefit from hearing her explain personally why she said those things.
Meanwhile, 5 more private prosecutors were formally introduced to assist the House prosecution panel in the impeachment case against the Vice President. Among the most notable additions is Attorney Thio, who previously served as a spokesperson of the Supreme Court. Former lawmaker and Quadcom chairperson Robert Ace Barbers was also assigned as an impeachment advisor and a spokesperson. Meanwhile, the issue surrounding the opening of the sealed BIR box remains a major point of contention. According to House Trial Legal spokesperson Attorney Tolosa Jr., the defense has agreed to have the tax records of Vice President Duterte and her husband Attorney Manscarpio marked as evidence, but only during an executive session. This means that even if the sealed BIR box is opened and its contents are marked as evidence, the public will not be able to see what is inside. The prosecution continues to oppose that proposal and says it will leave the decision to the Senate Impeachment Court on how the sealed BIR box should be opened during the trial set on July 6th. Earl Tobias, IBC News.
Meanwhile, the Office of the Ombudsman is set to file plunder charges against Senator Rodante Marcoleta before the Sandigan Bayan this week. The case follows from Marcoleta's admission that he received 75 million pesos from campaign donors during the 2025 elections. The filing of the case proceeds despite the Commission on Elections' earlier dismissal of a related complaint under the Peñera Doctrine. Last month, Marcoleta rejected the recommended plunder charges, describing them as politically motivated and an attempt to punish dissent. However, the Ombudsman maintains that the funds received by the senator cannot be considered a generous act, alleging it constitutes a plunderous act because Marcoleta was still serving as a party list representative at the time.
Former DPWH Secretary Manuel Bonoan will serve as a state witness into the probe of the alleged flood control anomalies. Ombudsman Jesus Crispin Remulla said the agreement has been finalized and a motion has already been filed to remove Bonoan from the plunder and graft cases pending before the Sandigan Bayan. The Ombudsman also disclosed that another unnamed senator and 8 congressmen will face charges in the coming week alleging their involvement in the flood control project's scandal.
Kung ikaw congressman ka. Kung ikaw contractor ka. Magkahiwalay na trabaho yan. Pag pinag-isa mo yung trabaho yan, kasalanan yan sa taong bayan.
Meanwhile, in calling out for good governance and transparency, the nationwide White Ribbon Movement has been convened peacefully. Around 10,000 police personnel were deployed to secure the different protest sites, with authorities commending the public for cooperating with security measures while peacefully exercising the movement.
Resigned Ateneo coach Tab Baldwin has confirmed that he never obtained an alien employment permit during a clarificatory session conducted by the Department of Labor and Employment, or DOLE. Without an employment permit, the agency also raised questions about Baldwin's employment timeline in the Philippines. IBC News correspondent Victor Liantino has the report.
Former Ateneo Blue Eagles head coach Tab Baldwin appeared before the Department of Labor and Employment today to defend his legal right to work in the Philippines. But what was supposed to be a clarificatory hearing quickly turned into a tough grilling over his early years in the country. DOLE Secretary Francis Tolentino zeroed in on a discrepancy, pointing out the 3-year gap between Baldwin's arrival and his official employment records.
In your question, your verified answer seems to provide a gap sa Tagalog ni kulang that he was here since 2013. From 2013 to 2016, what was his residency status?
I believe that I was employed by the SBP, the National Basketball Federation.
Baldwin arrived in 2013 as a short-term consultant for the FIBA Asia Championship. He then worked as a PBA consultant and head coach for Gilas Pilipinas before joining Ateneo in late 2016. However, his legal team came up empty-handed, asked to produce documents to prove it, prompting them to buy more time.
But we are not equipped at this moment with the information necessary for the gap years. But we need some time for it.
Baldwin's camp remains firm that he does not need an alien employment permit or a certificate of exemption, citing his status as a permanent resident visa holder. But the burden of proof is now on his former employers. Dole is expected to summon Ateneo de Manila to explain their side in the next hearing set for July 9th. Victor Liantino, IBC News.
As the government intensifies its campaign for peace and security in Mindanao, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. led a series of high-impact initiatives in Sulu and Zamboanga. From inspecting firearms to inaugurating new police facilities, meeting with soldiers and launching community programs that deliver food, financial aid, and educational support. Harley Valbuena has the report.
As the government continues to promote peace, security, and order in Mindanao, President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. inspected almost 200 firearms voluntarily surrendered by civilians from different municipalities in Sulu. The President highlighted that active coordination between the national and local government is crucial for intelligence operations and campaign against private armed groups and loose firearms. The new headquarters and support facilities for the Regional Mobile Force Battalion 9B in Maimbung were also inaugurated. The Commander-in-Chief also talked with the troops of the 11th Infantry Division in Camp General Teodulfo Bautista in Jolo in recognition of their dedication and sacrifice. And to further empower communities in Sulu, the President launched the Bawat Bayan Makikinabang program in the province. 10 kilos of rice were distributed to poor families through the local government support fund.
Ang dream ko talaga ay makisa na wala ng gutom na Pilipino. Kaya't lahat ng dapat na hindi nakakatiyak sa kanilang pagkain, yan ang unahin nating tulungan.
Over 400 barangays in Sulu also received 200,000 pesos in financial assistance each under the Social Civic Projects Fund. The President trusts that the LGUs will be prudent in spending the received funds.
Ang local government hindi kayang gawin yung ginawa sa mga flood control na yan. Hindi pwede dahil pag hindi magandang trabaho, kahit pinupuntahan tayo sa bahay, kakatukin kayo ng alas 2, alas 3 ng umaga, bakit ang pangit ng ginawa ninyo? Bakit ganito? Bakit yung ganyan? Wala pa. Bakit yung pinangako ninyo? Wala pa.
President Marcos Jr. also met with presidential scholars in Sulu. They each received 20,000 pesos in educational assistance. The Bawat Bayan Makikinabang program was also brought to Zamboanga City, and the same assistance was handed out to barangays and presidential scholars in Zamboanga Peninsula. The President also personally served quality and nutritious meals to the beneficiaries of Walang Gutom Kitchen in Zamboanga, mostly to homeless persons and street dwellers. Harley Valbuena, IBC News.
A low-pressure area inside the Philippine Area of Responsibility now has a high chance of developing into a tropical depression within the next 24 hours. The weather disturbance was last located about 165 kilometers northeast of Borongan City, eastern Samar. The LPA is expected to bring cloudy skies, scattered rains, and thunderstorms across Metro Manila, the Visayas, Calabarzon, Bicol region, Occidental Mindoro, Oriental Mindoro, Marinduque, and Romblon. Meanwhile, the southwest monsoon will continue to bring similar weather conditions over Palawan. The rest of the country can expect partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers or thunderstorms due to localized thunderstorms. Coming up next, the Bureau of Immigration has arrested several foreign nationals for alleged immigration violations. Stay tuned. This is 13 News.
a part of the IBC13 family. We are looking for a motor pool supervisor who can be part of our team. Interested applicants may email their application and resume to ibctv13hrd@gmail.com or send to Administrative Department, IBC13, Capitol Hills Drive, corner Zuzwaregi Street, Diliman, Quezon City. Pangarap mong maging milyonaryo? Sa PCSO Lotto, magkakatotoo. Mas pinasaya, mas pinabongga, mas pinalaki ang mga jackpot prizes. Araw-araw ang bola, kaya more chances of winning sa PCSO Lottery Draws. Lunes hanggang Linggo, tuwing 2 p.m., 5 p.m., and 9 p.m. Balitang nakala.
Mamulat ng kanyang mga si Presidente at si
binantayan, sinuri, nilatag at inihayag. 13 sa tanghali kasama sina Greg Gregorio, Naj Miravalles at Zai Chua. 13 sa tanghali sa ganap na alauna dito sa IBC 13.
Following the developing talks in the Middle East conflict, motorists can either expect fuel price rollbacks or hikes tomorrow. Gasoline will roll back up to 10 centavos per liter or hike up to almost 2 pesos per liter, while diesel will drop to over 1 peso per liter or rise up to 84 centavos per liter. Lastly, kerosene will decline to 78 centavos per liter or increase to over 1 peso per liter. Amid the ongoing peace talks in the Middle East, the Malacanang confirmed that all Filipino crew members stranded in the Strait of Hormuz are safe. The assurance came after the International Maritime Organization suspended evacuation operations following attacks on 2 vessels. The Department of Migrant Workers reported that all 21 Filipino crew members of MV Ever Lovely and 19 Filipino crew members of the Panama-flagged MT Kiku were unharmed.
The Bureau of Immigration arrested 10 foreign nationals in a series of operations across Siargao Island on June 26. The crackdown was carried out by operatives from the BI Intelligence Division following reports from residents and business owners of alleged immigration violations. The Bureau remains committed to maintaining a strong presence in major tourist destinations. Among those arrested were Israeli nationals found overstaying and working without proper permits, a Moroccan facing multiple charges, a female Australian national who overstayed for 9 years, and other foreign nationals from Nigeria, Lithuania, and China engaged in unauthorized work. Authorities noted that community cooperation was crucial in swiftly identifying and apprehending the violators. All 10 foreign nationals are now detained at the Bureau's facility in Manila while undergoing immigration proceedings. Commissioner Joel Anthony Viado stressed that while the Philippines remains welcoming to legitimate tourists and investors, hospitality should not be mistaken for tolerance of those who violate immigration laws.
Meanwhile, the Department of Agriculture recognized 37 outstanding farmers, fisher folk, and cooperatives at the 51st Gawad Sakaf Awards. The awardees received cash incentives and expressed gratitude to the department, saying its grants, training, and support programs have helped improve their livelihood and expand their agriculture operations. The agency has been honoring outstanding farmers and fisher folk since 1970 in recognition of their vital role in the country's food security.
TV host Kuya Kim and content creator Lance have touched the hearts of audiences through their latest vlog collaboration. The one-on-one interview featured Lance's journey into content creation along with her love for animals. But what resonated most with viewers was the emotional moment when Kuya Kim was brought to tears after noticing Lance's resemblance to his late daughter, Eman. F4 member Vanessa Wu took to Instagram to announce his engagement. The announcement came just days after the iconic Taiwanese group's sold-out reunion tour stop in the Philippines last Saturday. Wu, along with Jerry Yan, Vic Chu, and Mayday frontman Ashin, performed before thousands of fans at the Philippine Arena, serenading the crowd with their iconic hits.
The Philippine Dragon Boat Federation, or PDBF, secured the silver trophy on the opening day of the 50th Hong Kong International Dragon Boat Festival. The silver trophy victory marked the PDBF's third consecutive podium finish in the International Women's Championship. The PDBF, along with the fellow Philippine team, the Alliance of Masters Dragon Boat Club, made impressive waves in the competition as the festival continues until July 1st. Filipina tennis sensation Alex Ayala is set to participate at the Stars of the Open exhibition event in the upcoming U.S. Open Tennis Championships. Ayala will take center stage at the iconic Arthur Ashe Stadium in New York City on August 27 as part of the high-profile U.S. Open Fan Week. She will team up with Brazilian prodigy Joao Fonseca in an intense showdown against her former opponent Eva Jovic and American standout Lerner Tien. Meanwhile, the Filipina tennis star is getting ready for her first ever seeded appearance in the Wimbledon Championships. She will compete against Mexican player Renata Zarazua in the opening round. A victory would set up a dream match against tennis superstar Serena Williams. 13 News will be right back after these messages.
Be a part of the IBC 13 family. We are looking for a human resources associate who can be part of our team. Interested applicants may email their application and resume to ibctv13hrd@gmail.com or send to Administrative Department, IBC 13, Capitol Hills Drive, corner Zuzwaregi Street, Diliman, Quezon City. Pangarap mong maging milyonaryo? Sa PCSO Lotto, magkakatotoo. Mas pinasaya, mas pinabongga, mas pinalaki ang mga jackpot prizes. Araw-araw ang bola, kaya more chances of winning sa PCSO Lottery Draws. Lunes hanggang Linggo, tuwing 2 p.m., 5 p.m., and 9 p.m.
Relief operations continue in Venezuela as thousands remain missing following the devastating back-to-back earthquake that struck the country last week. Meanwhile, a magnitude 5.5 earthquake hit China's Sichuan province earlier today, causing local authorities to heighten emergency response efforts. And Europe heat wave continues to intensify as temperatures reach record levels. CJ Reyes has the full story.
Relief operations continue in Venezuela following the 7.2 and 7.5 earthquakes that struck last week. Over the weekend, U.S. urban search and rescue teams arrived in Venezuela as part of the U.S. State Department's deployment to support relief and rescue operations. Teams have been working round the clock to search collapsed buildings and other disaster sites. Several survivors have been brought to safety, with families reunited after days of searching. In one operation, rescuers pulled an infant alive from beneath the rubble. In China, a magnitude 5.5 earthquake struck Yibin City in Sichuan province just after midnight today. The quake triggered several aftershocks, prompting a level 3 emergency response by the Yibin Earthquake Relief Headquarters. 13 people were injured while 196 residents were evacuated. Rescue teams continue to assess the affected areas. Meanwhile, Europe continues to grapple with an intensifying heat wave, with temperatures reaching as high as 40 degrees Celsius. Heat-related deaths continue to rise, with more than 1,000 reported in France, 327 in Spain, 5 in Italy, and 7 in Germany. In France, people have started panic buying and rushing to stores to buy air conditioning units as extreme heat continues to sweep across the country. United Nations Economic and Social Council Executive Director Mohamed Safa said the European heat wave is no longer just a climate crisis, but a humanitarian one. CJ Reyes, IBC News.
Health experts continue to warn that harmful UV rays can damage the skin even on cloudy days, with exposure at its highest between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. Dermatologists recommend wearing sunscreen daily to help reduce the risk of sunburn, premature skin aging, and skin cancer. As awareness of daily sun protection grows, skincare brands are introducing products designed for the country's hot and humid climate. Among them is Glutasea, which has launched a new sunscreen formulated to provide protection against both UV rays and blue light.
We developed a new product because we felt like the weather's getting hotter, and everybody knows now that you need to have sunscreen. And then for me personally, I like sunscreens that are easy to use and hindi siya oily, hindi madikit.
Customers who can appreciate the product more. So what's very great about the product is it offers not just your UV protection but also your blue light defense, which makes it varied when it comes to usage.
Before we wrap up tonight's newscast, we bring you the results of the PCSO's 9 p.m. lottery draws. For the Grand Lotto 655, the winning numbers are 1, 17, 50, 25, 26, and 12, with a jackpot price of 53,059,980 pesos and 40 centavos. For the Mega Lotto 645, the winning combination is 33, 13, 6, 21, 18, and 44, with a jackpot price of 87,900,272 pesos and 40 centavos. For the 4D Lotto, the winning combination in exact order is 0, 4, 1, and 3. For the 3D Lotto, the winning numbers are 9, 2, and 6. And for the 2D Lotto draw, the winning numbers are 25 and 4. There is no winner for the Mega Lotto 645 and the Grand Lotto 655. Tomorrow, June 30, overseas Filipino workers and their families can take advantage of free health services at the 2026 Migrant Workers Health Summit in Quezon City. Aside from expert health talks, the event offers free screenings, medical tests, eye and dental care, plus massages, haircuts, and assistance from partner government agencies. It is a one-stop event, all at no cost. Well, that's good news. It's always really nice to be able to have health services at no cost.
Exactly. How many people can that benefit, right?
A lot, yeah.
Also, tomorrow is Asteroid Day. Head to the Pag-asa Planetarium in Quezon City for free planetarium shows, interactive exhibits, and even a chance to create your own asteroid. No reservation needed, just drop by and have fun. I'd like to think this comes close to actually seeing an asteroid in person.
Yes, and I'm glad that we continue educating people and entertaining them at the same time.
Yes.
And those were the latest from the IBC Newsroom this evening.
We'll continue to monitor the stories that matter and give you updates as they develop. I'm Angela C.
And I'm William Thio. This is 13 News. Thank you for watching. Good night, everyone.